Greetings, everyone. This is Professor Jump. Thanks for signing up for this class. I'm glad you're here. In this video, I'm going to explain the schedule, format, and requirements for this class. So let's take a look at some of the details for recording Studio Practicum. According to my official roster, this class is slated to run Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 a.m. until 8:50 a.m. But since this is a practicum class, we're going to manage our schedules differently. This is how I imagine it. On Mondays, class will be remote. Now, the scheduled class time is 8, but I'm hoping that we can find a time in the late morning, 10 or 11 a.m. But if no morning times work, then perhaps some afternoon time. And then on Wednesdays, class will be face-to-face. And both Thomas and Josh, you'll come to Robeson 223 at 11 a.m. or maybe 10 a.m. We will have to discuss the right time. If Wednesday doesn't work, then maybe Thomas or Josh, you guys can come to Robeson 223 at 11 a.m. on a Friday. We'll see. Hopefully we'll clear this up as soon as possible. Now, this is how we'll operate once the semester is up and running. Remotely on Mondays and face-to-face on Wednesday. But this first week, everything is remote. So the meeting time is the main issue. I suppose we could still shoot for 8 a.m., but a late morning start might be better for all involved, say 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. And if neither of those times work, what about some afternoon time, 3 or 4? If possible, I'd like to decide on a good time for us to have class via Teams for this Wednesday, January 20th, the second day of school. The first day of this class, the second day of school. Should we aim for 10 a.m. that day? 11 a.m.? I do not know the details of your schedules, so we'll have to discuss this via email. If we cannot decide on an alternate time, then we just have to meet at 8 a.m. like the schedule dictates. That's what Central State thinks we are to do about this class. So if we can't find an alternate day and time, then we'll just have to go to 8 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, so in summary, after this first week of completely remote classes, I recommend that we meet remotely on Mondays at 11 and face-to-face Wednesdays at 11. That's my preferred date and time. Okay, back to Teams for remote classes. This is why we should use Teams. This semester, teachers and students alike will have access to Outlook, which is a great email platform. That means your email address for Central State will be your first initial, your last name, at centralstate.edu. And that gives you a real email address with Outlook. And when I schedule a meeting with Teams, it populates the calendar. So when I type your name into Outlook's To window on a new email, you just show up with the appropriate email address, .edu. In any case, whenever I schedule Teams meetings, they'll show up in your calendar. So Outlook has all of these nifty tools that you will have access to now. And for example, on my calendar, if I click on this meeting I have to go to next week, all I need to do is click join. So I'm in the process of setting up a team for this class, recording Studio Practicum. And the remote version of this class will be conducted there. Now, for both the remote version of this class and the face-to-face version, I will be posting things on Schoology. Your assessments, quizzes, the PowerPoints, and the videos for the lectures. They'll all be on Schoology. So let's take a look at the Schoology component of this class. Once you've logged into Schoology, scan your list of courses and find Recording Studio Practicum. And that brings you to the Materials page. Go to the Start Here folder and to the Course Overview and Introduction subfolder. And you'll see all of the information you'll need to get an A in this class. You should download and read the syllabus, but I'll go over everything important in the rest of this video concerning the syllabus, beginning with textbook information. There is no required text for this class. I will provide everything you need to read here on Schoology. However, if you are interested in this subject, then these texts are good starting points. In particular, this Audio and Media by Stanley Alton is a good resource if you're interested in media production, audio recording, being a producer of any sort. Let's go back out. Under the Instructor Information tab, you will find my email address in case you need to get a hold of me. Please feel free to reach out to me via email, bjump@centralstate.edu. Let's look at the performance evaluation so that you know precisely how you'll be graded in this class. For this class, there is a total of 600 points. Take your total number of points and divide it by 600. That gives you your score. And then take your score times 100, and you'll get a percent, which you assess with the A, B, C, D, F system, which is 100 to 90 for an A, 89 to 80 for a B, etc. Standard issue. Let's see where those 600 points come from. There are 6 lecture quizzes. So I will upload these 6 lectures to Schoology. I will present them to you during the remote versions of this class, and each one has an accompanying quiz, each worth 16.7 points, to total 100 points. There are 3 reading assignments. The reading assignments, which are derived from those texts that I showed you in the previous page, and each one has an accompanying set of study questions, and they are worth 33.3 points apiece to total 100 points. There is a midterm Studio Proficiency test, so you will be using a DAW to record and produce audio. There's a list of tasks. I ask you to do them, like set up this microphone and press record, configure a click track, bounce this down, etc. And then you can either do or not do the task. There's a music profile assignment. So you need to upload 5 tracks to a online platform like SoundCloud or Bandcamp, or maybe there's others. It doesn't matter which platform you choose, but it must have 5 finished tracks that you produce throughout the semester. And I will provide you more information about the music profile assignment as we move forward in the semester. There is a final Studio Proficiency test, and it's precisely like the midterm Studio Proficiency test, insofar as I ask you to do tasks and you do them, or you can't do them. And finally, there is a lecture exam, which is based on the topics and information covered by the lecture series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 points. To keep track of your points, be sure to tune into the gradebook. The lecture quiz for the first lecture and the first reading assignment already published to Schoology, so they show up in your gradebook. Okay, one last thing. If you want to get absolute clarity about how to proceed in this class, please take the Do You Know How to Take This Class self-assessment. It's not graded, but it just goes over all of the details that I just covered. Let's see where it begins. How many points are possible for this class? Right, and if you were paying attention, you know that there are 600. Okay, priorities. We need to figure this out. So hopefully we can find a good time that works for everyone. Late morning or early afternoon, Mondays and Wednesdays. That we can do both the remote and the face-to-face version of this class. So once again, thanks for signing up for my class, Thomas and Josh. I'm looking forward to working with you, and I'll see you real soon. Take care.